All right, so I learned this from Celestial Embodiment and Yaki Awakened, and here's what they taught and what they know, and it's just this degeneration and regeneration of our atom cells. So what they're talking about is this: if you eat acidic foods, you get acidosis. So if you get acidosis built up on your atom cells, it triggers a cure, not a disease. It triggers a cure called cancer. So the disease is acidosis from eating too much acidic foods, from processed foods, from meats, and any food that is acidic, right? So if you eat too much acidic foods, you will create a disease called acidosis. And what happens from that point, it creates or triggers a cure, which is cancer. So cancer comes in and says, I'm the hero. I'm going to come in and save the day, and starts eating all these atom cells that have overbuilt acid on the cells. And what happens is the cancer ends up eating the person alive, and they end up dying from cancer, not acidosis, if you get my drift. So the truth of things is we live in a consumerism system, right? And we unfortunately have some products that assist with that. But those products are delicious to us. And we like eating those type of products. So what you want to do is cater your diets accordingly to what I just told you, if in fact it is true, right? So move more forward to a alkaline diet, right? So in the cycle of life, as a kid, we eat a lot of candy, which is acidic, and we eat a lot of junk food, and then we eat healthy food. And depending on what type of family that you're in, you will get your diet will be catered according to your upbringing. So we as a kid, growing up, teenager, into our 20s, we end up eating a lot of acidic foods. But we're young and we are youthful, and we're able to counteract that with that youthness. So we don't build up acidosis, but it does break down things like our aura. It does break down things like our atom cells eventually over time. And then as we get older, we do learn a little bit about what to eat. So our diets turn better. We eat less candy. We eat less acidic foods. We eat a well-balanced meal, and we eat less acidic foods. And then we start getting diseases when we get up into older ages. And then we go to the doctors. And we go to the doctors, they give us medicine. They give us diets to help with the disease that we ended up getting after a period of time. So with that being said, this is a cycle of our life. It's just how it works. So with that being said, we like my mom got cancer, and she ended up eating what? She ended up eating organic foods, less organic or less acidic foods, and that helped her to live longer. However, she had some spiritual attacks that took her down into the other side. So, which is supposed to be celebrated, because what are we? We're spirit bodies first, spirit beings first, and then we become physical beings second, which is this material world, this physical world. And so we're all spiritual beings having a physical experience, right? And you can have it any way that you want, because you can eat whatever you want. Because the Vikings, they're savages. They did whatever the freak they wanted. They stole, they had sex and partied and drank and ate all kinds of meat, those drumsticks and things like that. And they were very happy. And that's okay if that's your physical experience, right? So I'd be happy if you lived your life that way. Not steal, but had a good time. You partied, you ate all your acidic foods that are delicious and good to your mind, right? Because that's what it's our mind's programmed to eat those type of foods, and it's delicious to us. And that's okay. That's your physical experience. So do that. I would love for you to do that. I choose otherwise. So I want to eat healthier, and I want to eat unhealthy, because I like cookies. I like fruits and vegetables, and I like some other acidic foods, but I'm more moving forward to alkaline diet, right? You have frugivore, which the Huntsman people eat, and they live to 120 to 160 years, right? I'll probably live to 120 years based on my diet growing up. As a kid, my mom was told by the doctor that we didn't need vitamins because we ate a well-balanced meal, which is rice, your carbs, your vegetables, and then your meat. And that's how we ate as children, right? We were abiding by the system. And you can still eat that way. Here's a trick. You can take your carbs, you can eat your carbs. If it's rice, eat your carbs. 30 to 60 minutes later, eat your keto diet, because that's what it is. Your meat and your vegetables without the carbs. What that will do, because the acidic foods, they rip open your cells, which degenerates it, right? And then after a period of time, they start closing back up. And when they close back up, it doesn't allow the vitamins and nutrients and the fat and all the acidic, acid, toxic food that goes in them, in them, to infect it, right? So there's that. Do what makes you happy. We live in a consumerism society. So I would be happy if you guys keep on buying products and things like that that make you happy, right? Live the life that you want. I ain't judging.